Perfect, because we're live. Awesome.
Sorry for all your ears that are now bleeding. I'm not sure when you popped in on that one.
Hi, everyone.
Hi.
We are discussing Flared Stiff by Julie and Lindsey. Woo, woo, woo. I thought I ordered a physical copy of this book, but turns out I didn't. And I just have the ebook. So my physical copy will be here tomorrow. I was just like, I was looking for it like yesterday, like for a solid hour. I was like, I know I ordered this book. Where is it? Blah, blah, blah. And I'm just like, oh, I just have the ebook. Because I think like when it came on, like it was like a delayed, like you could buy like the physical copy or something.
Yep.
So I was like, dang it. So it'll be here tomorrow. But
Hashtag fake fan.
I know, right? Am I even a fan?
It's an adorable cover, though.
I know, it's
I'm
so
looking
cute.
forward to the next one.
Hem
The Hem of
Justice.
Justice.
So freaking
Is there a date
cute.
for that one?
October something.
Yeah, October, I think.
Okay.
Let's
Oh
go
my gosh.
to the
I
Google.
was dying laughing when she like released that cover art. I was like, oh my god, it's adorable.
You texted it to me immediately too. You were like, oh
Like,
my
look
god,
at
Jen, look at this.
Look at Clyde. So adorable.
Let's see.
So I won't lie, I wanted more of like Louisa and Thelma and all that. Like you got a little bit of the guy, but
yeah, you got Eli. Hi, Julie. How are you?
hi.
Are you drunk, Julie?
More.
Are you?
You're not
drunk?
drinking alone.
I know. Alicia's drinking with you. I'm drinking water.
I'm drinking too, but I don't have food, so I apologize now for whatever's going to happen later.
It's
like
so irritating that I'm going to be the only sober person on my own live.
You need to have a 1 hour cheat on Wednesday. You're 1 hour, okay?
1 hour cheat.
6 and 7, and then at 7 I'll be like, you better be drinking water, and if you're not,
I love Gypsy Jen. Hello, cool gamer. How are you? Yeah, so Flared Stiff, Bonnie and Clyde number 5. I started to like I'm not drunk really.
Now you're gonna have the problem. Nobody's gonna believe you, and I'm not there to smell your water to be like,
know you're not.
It's water. Mm-hmm.
Smell the water.
Sure, it's water. No, it really. It's. I swear, it is like. And I'm ahead of schedule. Yeah.
Woo!
I'm behind.
I gotta get one of those bottles.
Yeah, it's great. So in this, terrible. I know, because you have to drink it. But in this book, so our Bonnie turns 40. Happy birthday, Bonnie! And this time it's Gretchen who is in trouble, which is our guru who is like psychic and can tell you who your soulmate is. And
she's one of my favorites, just in general.
Yeah, she's great. I love her. But yeah, she told the wrong person who, like, she met her soulmate like a year ago, and it turns out she's already been married for 5. So whoopsie.
She didn't know. She was not given all of the information. Okay,
she didn't know.
An alibi.
She didn't know, but it's kind of that is what set all of this off, because the husband storms in all upset, like, you told my wife I'm not her soulmate, and she's like, I didn't know she was married.
Well, he did not help the situation either.
He did, because he was a jerk. He was a jerk, and I was glad that he was the one that was the murder victim. I'm like, good, because you are an asshole, sir.
How did you not see him being the victim? As soon as he walked in, I was like, you dead, son.
It's gonna be you. You dead.
R.I.P.
R.I.P. No, I was glad. Yeah, I was really glad. I was like, honestly, do we even have to investigate? Because but then there would be no book. But here we are. So yeah, obviously Bonnie wants to, protect her friend, because, Mason does his job, as, all Julie and Lindsey's heroes do, and takes Gretchen in for questioning. Not because he thinks she did it, just because she's involved. She's involved in it.
Facts.
She
was the last person that saw him alive.
Yeah. Yep.
And there was a confrontation that had witnesses. Come on, Bonnie.
Yeah, I know. But I really love that Bonnie and Mason are together now and they're actually like saying they love each other and like spending the night at their house. And I love that Gigi was just like, Bonnie Belvoir, did he sleep on your couch? What would people think? And it's and she was like, why isn't he sleeping in her bed? I'm like, exactly.
I died because that sounds like something that would come out of my grandmother's mouth. I died.
Oh,
That just
I was
sounds like something that would come out of my grandmother's mouth.
when Gigi was like, did he sleep on your couch? I was like, nope, he slept in her bed.
Well, what I like about this that she's self-publishing now is because you don't have to completely, like in our previous series, you couldn't do much. And now there's a little bit more. I mean, there's not like sex on page, but there's more relationship stuff.
I wish there was sex on page because you know they were banging. You know they were. You can't just spend the night at her house and like share a bed and not have sex. Like that would be stupid.
Especially with adrenaline running, with all the crap that's been going on.
You gotta reaffirm that you're alive.
Exactly. Especially after like his boat went down and she was like on it. It was like a really dangerous situation. I was like, sex is very life affirming. They better be banging it out. They better be.
I can't deny you there.
It is. Orgasms are great to make you really believe that you are alive.
I did feel bad though when he was like, my books, and I was like, oh, I would die.
I know.
I was like, I would die.
I'm like, poor.
That was the only thing I felt bad about. I was like, books.
But you know, even Bonnie was just like, are you sad? Like all your stuff is at the bottom of the lake. And he's like, I don't need all that stuff. I'm like, so cute.
Because the things that are important to you are standing in front of you.
Right here. In my
And
arms.
Clyde, he was in his carrier at that point, probably.
I love that there was the arsenal and she's like, I wish I knew that.
Yeah.
I know. It was like, I mean, honestly, like, he would. I was like, if he didn't have one gun on that boat, I'd be like, what kind of sheriff are you?
Especially when your girlfriend's getting in trouble all day long. Like she's gonna yeah, he needs all of it.
And he was like, I have a favorite antacids now. I'm only 43.
That was my favorite.
I was like, so true.
Got my supplier.
So true. He just like takes it like a shot glass. So funny.
Oh gosh.
Hilarious. Okay. So I did do like highlights, like even though I don't have a physical copy of the book, but so this is like in the very beginning when they're celebrating her birthday. Mason was like, on your actual birthday, I've got junk food and movies planned. And she's like, we can wear matching pajamas. And he's like, who said anything about pajamas? I'm like, yes.
I know that you said movies, but I heard you say boobies. And I was like, whoa, no, I don't remember that in the thing.
That was not in my copy. Too bad for you. Sucks to be you.
And the other one later on in the book when he's like, can we watch a movie and make out the whole entire time or whatever?
Yeah.
I was like, okay.
I was like, God, why are you so attractive? Like, I hate you. Also, I really loved this quote from Gretchen, and she was saying, like, I think most people could build a good and meaningful life with more than one person at different points in their lives. We grow and change all the time, but I also believe there's another soul out there cut from the same fabric of the cosmos who's meant especially for each of us. And whenever we meet them, both parties will work to adapt and accommodate their growth and their partners. I was like, that's like so beautiful, like in the whole like regards to like soulmates, and you know how people say like, oh, I've changed, I'm not the same person I was 5 years ago. And I was yeah, that's true. Like your spouse will change as well, but you're changing together, like you're growing together in your relationship. So I just thought that was really sweet.
But that's very far and few between, like someone that wants to grow with you.
To grow with you.
Stuff.
Yeah.
Get you through the tough times.
Right? I was like, that was beautiful.
That was one of my favorite highlights.
Beautiful, Julie. Beautiful.
Please tell me she gets a side book or something, because I love
know.
Gretchen. Like, I love her.
A paranormal cozy with Gretchen?
Please.
I love it.
Yes.
I used to love the paranormal cozy.
Hello. How
Hi,
are
Rocco.
you? Hello. Yeah, okay, my next highlight.
We're gonna call it a post-it because it's basically a post-it.
It is a post-it. It's basically when Gigi was like, Bonnie Buttercup Balfour, her name. Oh, did we know that her middle name was Buttercup? Because
In the first book, remember? He was like,
no,
he
I don't remember.
In the first book when he arrested her, he was
knew
like,
the
is that
name.
really your middle name? And she goes, she rolls her eyes and goes, yep, my parents owned a flower.
Oh my gosh, no, I did not remember that. I was like,
It
oh my
was
God,
like in
her
the
name is
the
Buttercup.
first chapter of the first book.
That
Princess
makes me think of Patience Price.
Buttercup.
PP.
That's all I think of.
Oh my God, Buttercup from the Princess Bride. Oh my God, I love that.
That
movie
is
so
one
much.
of my comfort watches.
Oh, it's so good.
I love
but yeah.
Andre the Giant. So
Oh, I know.
he's one of my favorites.
That was good. Rest R.I.P. Also, that highlight was just basically saying like, "Don't tell me like he slept on your couch. Like, what will people say?" And I was like, "Yeah." And as soon as they were talking about like how like his boat went down, but he still owns land, is like, "Want to build a home with me, Bonnie?" And she's like, "In Cromwell." I lost it. I was dying laughing. I was like, this animosity between Bliss and Cromwell is hilarious.
Cromwell just sounds like it looks nicer too. Like
That's
it's on the
also
lake.
true.
Like I'm a person that loves being like by the water, so that's totally me all day.
Bonnie is technically on the lake on the Bliss side. I was
Yeah,
so
on the Bliss
expecting for
side.
her to be like, you want to move in with me? Like I've renovated my home. Let's build a second story.
That's what I was waiting for.
Thank you. And also like the next chapter when she was like, we're building a house in Cromwell. That is exactly how I read it. And I was like, I'm sure if you asked him, he would move to Bliss. Like, why is it like one or the other? You know, it's hilarious. It was just so funny.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So yeah, when
is this the book where, sorry to interrupt you, but is this the book where there were people in her shop and they found out that Mason lived in Cromwell? Yeah, because it was right after the boat went down and everyone was just like so floored about that. That was funny.
Flabbergasted. They're like, you where?
You knew this and you didn't tell anybody? How dare you?
That's what I love. I don't remember which book it was, but when he took her to the boat for the first time and she kept saying like, you're missing the turn. Like you have to turn this way to get back into town. And he was like, I know where I'm going.
I think that was like the third book, I think.
I was like, I know the way to my own house.
Are you though? Because you left Bliss,
Bliss
city limits a while ago. We're in dangerous territory now.
It was so funny. I was dying laughing. So when we find out that, Dale was really trying to propose to Cammie this whole time, and really he just bought the house, and like he's not really not looking for houses. He just he just bought that one because she's like, oh my God, I love it. And
Dale deserves better. I'm sorry.
Honestly,
I don't like her.
I was like,
I don't like her.
You don't like Cammie?
She's a stuck-up old Southern woman, and I can't stand it.
Old Southern woman.
I live in the South, so I can say that. She's just stuck up, and I can't stand her.
I like Cammie, but she is really ditzy. And honestly, even was it Kat who was just like, I'm not sure like how Dale managed to snag her. Like he had the audacity to ask her to marry him, and I was like, wow.
I'm sorry. I'm attracted to smarts, and he deserves better because she's
oh my God.
a paper napkin smarter than she is.
Oh dang!
Alicia,
shots
dropping the mic.
Shots fired.
I do not like her, and this book did not help.
Oh no!
I wanted to slap her.
I was like, Cammie, come on. Like,
I did think it was really funny how both Bonnie and Cammie had like, let's tag team everyone. Like, you follow Kat and figure out why she's here, and I'll follow. I don't remember who she was following, but she was trying to figure something else out.
She was following the other agent.
Oh,
she was following what's her name, Kat.
Well, Kat
and Kat was like, "Why the hell is she following me?" Like in 2 seconds.
Cammie was following. Yeah.
Sorry, I read
this
book like 6 weeks ago.
Honestly, I could do without Kat. I thought
she added to it. Although then again, her name is Kat, so I kind of like her for that reason.
Yeah, I mean, it's fine.
Eventually, there's going to be like a love interest for her at some point in the next couple books.
I don't care. I just think she butts her nose into places that they don't belong. I mean, like you and Mason don't work together anymore, and like sure, like you're friends, but
well, that's what I
who
thought.
Asked you to be here.
But she was
exactly
like, I wanted to see the birthday party and the engagement, and everybody was like, "But why?"
Exactly. I was like, who invited you? 0 people. 0 people invited you.
Mason and the other guy. I can't remember names
Dale?
right now.
Dale?
Thank you. Mason and Dale,
Well,
they know her. She was
She
invited
didn't help.
because
She didn't help
of
the
them.
situation when she was like, "I'm here for Dale," and then nothing else.
First of all, like if Dale and Mason invited someone to a party that wasn't even their own, like that wasn't even your party, like Bonnie's party, like
Oh yeah.
someone's throwing a party for Bonnie, and then it was Gigi's party. It was Gigi's party, right? Or her mom's party that was they were throwing for Cammie to surprise her for the.
Yeah.
I was like, okay.
But they
Obviously,
knew
like
the proposal
the
was gonna
engagement.
happen.
Yeah, the engagement one's like, oh, if you guys are friends, like, yeah, you can come. But I was like, first of all, no, go away. Hi, Cache.
I feel like she has to be there though, because it's gonna have to do with like Mason and his past. It's gonna come for
Okay,
him.
That's what I'm saying. I'm saying a couple books from now, it'll be someone like an inspector or something, whatever their names were.
When the investors finally get there, then she can come. She can be like, oh yeah, I was following them and they led me here, so I knew they were after you, and here I am to protect you. That makes sense. Like, you're really not even friends with anybody. Like, what are you doing here?
Bonnie loves everybody. All right, give her a
Bonnie.
break.
Bonnie is too nice.
Yeah, she is too nice.
She's too nice. She can say "get lost" to people who she doesn't really care about.
I think she cares about everyone genuinely though.
Well, she lets Cammie walk all over her like she's a doormat, so she.
Here we are with the Cammie hate. Here we go.
I hate her. Like I just can't stand her. I think it's because I grew up with people like her, and it drives me crazy.
Okay.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, and the fact that people didn't tell Bonnie that Dale was planning the engagement because she wouldn't be able to keep a secret because it's all over her face. I'm like, yeah, probably.
I'm that way too. No one can tell me anything because I can't hide shit. It's all on my face.
It's all there. My face.
Even if I try, I can't hide shit.
My face speaks before my mouth does.
Mm-hmm.
Accurate.
But my favorite was a meme that said, "I can't help what my face does."
Yeah.
I know. I can't help it.
I'm like,
I'm not in
that's
control
me
of
all
that.
day.
I'm not in control of that. Okay, so during the engagement party, or like when Dale proposed, and then Mason was like, I have to leave, and she was like, fine, if you have to leave, I'll come with you. I'm like, I love you, Bonnie, but no, let the man do his job. You are in the way.
And you are not he's not thinking clearly because he's worried about you.
Exactly. How many times
and I'm not saying
because
I like them together, but he's not thinking clearly if you're standing right next to him. I'm sorry.
Exactly, because he's worried about her safety. Like, how many times does he have to say, I will literally solve this faster if you stop butting into my investigation? My God. But she has to, otherwise there would be no story. So here we are. Okay. Also, when they were talking about like building the house and moving in together, and he's like, moving in together is a big step and not something I thought we'd do. I'm like, why would you fucking say that? Like, why?
Well, I think that goes back to, this is how I read it. I think that goes back to they're older. So it's a bigger step for someone who's been through stuff than someone in their 20s.
Yeah, but it's
that's
just
how
like,
I read it, at least.
If they're soulmates and in love and they've known each other for years. I mean, yeah, they've only been together for like a short amount of time.
They've known each other for like 6 months. Give them a break.
They've known each other for years.
Maybe 8 months because they
maybe
had
a year.
pictures.
Maybe.
Because in the first book, isn't Bonnie 38?
No.
Yeah,
the short story, she's 38. She's 39 when the book starts. Because in the first book, she takes Mason to take the photos for the next calendar year. So
oh God, and
it's in like October, and his month is July, which is where we end. So that's like 8 to 9 months.
Okay,
maybe.
Fine.
I'm sorry, 8 to 9 months. I'd be like, oh, what are you doing? Like
5 books, 5 years.
5 books, 5 years. That's my brain.
Maybe she was 38. I think some time did pass, but I do know that she. I mean, I don't feel like it's more than a year though.
Julie, are you still here?
I mean, after all of the attacks, I don't think she would be. She'd be like,
no, I had a conversation with Julie about it, so she knows.
That's hilarious. I mean, I gave this book 5 stars.
I did too. I haven't
If
rated it
you-
yet. I wanted to sit with
If
my
you
review.
don't write characters who
Right.
elicit like very extreme emotions, and hate is an emotion, but
Yeah. I just don't like how she's perfect all the time. Like, I want to see her in freaking yoga
I'm
pants once.
waiting for the answer.
Oh, she is 38. Bonnie thinks 38 might not be too late for a fresh start in life after all. So
That's
she is
what I thought.
38 in the first one.
Thank you.
So
Thank
it's,
you.
but they didn't get together till the third book, so that's what, a
I
year and a
know.
half ish.
I know. Yeah.
Ish.
but
And he
still,
always disappears after the first book. Come on, Nicole. They hardly know each other.
they are soulmates and they are in love and they've known each other for years, okay? But yeah, it was just like, why would you say like it's not something I thought we'd do? Like, that's just a weird way of saying it. Like,
I think
you can just say like, oh, we haven't talked about being like going, like, obviously taking that step. We haven't talked about it, so I didn't want to assume. You didn't have to say like, okay, you're together. Like, seriously, it's like 10 years in the future, all still together, but not living together. Like, I'm sure
I know plenty of
people
that
do
are like-
that.
Yeah.
People do that, but I'm just saying, like, you don't have like when you like date somebody, you don't have like just plans or just thoughts of the future. Like, that to me is weird.
I feel like for this one, the way that I read it at least was because Bonnie was so closed off and like she didn't want to do anything because she was hurt. It was more like he didn't expect it. Maybe I read it more like he didn't expect it anytime soon. Like he probably did down the line, but didn't expect it like this quickly. They've only
Yeah,
been
that's
together
how-
2 years, Nicole. Come on.
Then he should have said it like that. It's just that like it just I read it as like he wanted his cake and eat it too. Like he wanted a girlfriend, but like he wanted to be alone.
I'm not against, like, as I get older, I'm not against like living separately. I always thought that was weird when I was in my 20s, and I'm like, I'm not against it.
He planned to ask her to marry her, not move in together first, but he adapted to the circumstances.
Yeah, Nicole, come on.
Listen,
love that
I'm not
answer.
a psychic. I can't tell the future.
I love that answer.
That's hilarious. And if we've learned nothing from reading Cozy Mysteries, it's always the spouse.
Mm-hmm.
It's always the spouse.
I mean,
I w-
that's not
honestly-
always true though, because there are a couple.
Honestly, I would have stabbed him in the back too.
Because in the first Live and Let Try, spoiler alert for anyone who hasn't read that, close your ears, pause
Close
for
your
30
ears,
seconds.
pause, mute.
No, it's the second one. When the no.
Oh yeah, it's not the
the
bride, it's the
ex-lover, whatever,
The girlfriend or whatever.
the girlfriend.
that didn't get over the man. It's not always the spouse.
But
It's some form of significant other.
yeah, my there's a saying. A friend of mine is a cop, and he says, always look at the in-laws before the outlaws.
And the in-laws before the outlaws.
Uh-huh.
That makes sense.
And he's like, most of the time you're right. If you look internally instead of
If you look statistically.
yeah.
So what? Go ahead.
No,
I wasn't
you're
gonna
good.
say anything.
I was going to say, what we've learned from this is if you're going to kill someone so close in your life, you hire a friend and say, listen, I'll be your alibi. You killed them.
We were together.
It's like that one Taylor Swift song, No Crime, No Punishment. No body, no crime.
No body, no crime. There's miles of desert in Arizona. I'm just saying.
Well, there's that one lady that killed her husband and chopped him up and put him in suitcases and she drove around the country and threw him in different lakes in different suitcases. She
That's
chopped him up.
awesome and terrible all at the same
That's
time.
really
She
smart.
chopped him up. I
Actually.
forget why she killed him. I forget. But like she chopped him up and put him in like 5 different suitcases and threw him in different areas of the country.
I mean, I shouldn't say that was awesome, but that was very smart of her.
That was
No.
she's in jail, so she was caught. So
I just need to know if anybody in my area has like a herd of pigs, because pigs eat anything.
and my mom's gonna get
They will
goats.
devour a dead body in no time. I'm just
My
saying.
mom's gonna get goats, so they might eat it.
I don't think goats eat dead bodies.
Goats
They just
eat cans though, so it wouldn't surprise me.
cans. Oh yeah, that's
They
true.
eat a bunch of weird shit.
They got the creepy eyes. I don't trust them.
I would trust pigs better. But then also, if you bury a body, bury it 12 feet under, and then 6 feet under, bury like a dead animal or something on top of it.
To
So when
mask
the
the smell.
cadaver dogs
Yeah.
smell out a dead body and they uncover a dead animal. They're like, oh, it's a false positive or whatever, and really, they're just buried underneath.
Yep. I learned that
Not
in
me giving
my
away
law.
my
I learned that in my law class
I'm
because
never getting on your bad side, Nicole, ever.
I'm giving away my trade secrets on live. This stream is gonna disappear because I can't just be giving away my secrets. So funny. Oh, I did show this comment, but I didn't read it. I can see how I did not make that clear. I learned from these live streams, you guys. No, that's totally fine. Like, you can see how we all have different interpretations of the same book that we read.
yeah.
And that's a great thing. I'm not saying you wrote it wrong. I'm just saying Mason should have said it different. I'm not saying you did anything wrong, Julie.
Except for that Julie created Mason and put words into his mouth.
Mason could have spoke up and been like, Julie, you should really write it like this. So it is really Mason's fault.
I still want a paranormal book about the girl that owns that paranormal bookshop from the Seaside Cafe Mysteries. I still want it. I know it won't happen, but I still want it.
What?
I'm trying to think of what Facebook groups now.
What?
The Live and Let Chai, all them. I really want a paranormal series with that girl that
Amelia.
Yeah.
I was trying to think of her name too, and I could not think of it.
I couldn't think of her name either.
What? Amelia. Yeah, it's Amelia. I'm writing a short story about the bookshop.
Not the bookshop in this one.
In
paranormal one. That's what I wasn't sure if we could say anything. I was just like, we know that from Facebook. I
want some more paranormal, please.
Oh, shit, wrong bookshop.
Oh. I was like, oh no, did I give something away?
That's why if I know I saw it on Facebook, I'm not saying anything because I'm a part of a secret group. I'm a part of a public group. I'm a part of the art team. Like, I'm a part of too many things, and I'm just like, I don't know what I'm supposed to keep secret.
That's the only reason I keep my Facebook. If it wasn't for that stuff, I would delete it all.
I've considered getting rid of Twitter, but then there's I feel like a lot of authors post on there just like nice little everyday things, and I'm like, I like to know that stuff.
I don't know why it's nice. Twitter.
Honestly, like,
sending me an art to Twitter.
Like, Twitter is a dumpster fire, and I thought about deleting it too, but I'm just like,
that's why I dip in and dip out.
So many people on Twitter. Dang.
Yeah. I try not to get on there very often, but then when I do, I'm just like a little bit at a time. That's enough, and we're down.
But also, I'm just like, even though I see a lot of stuff, I always feel like I'm out of the loop on a lot of stuff too. And I was like, oh, I didn't see that.
And I hate when it's like subtweeted because you don't know where it freaking actually
originated from.
I'm just like, I want to know why. Okay, I give up.
And then you got to dig.
I'm not going back on 20 different feeds to find this out.
I'm like, can someone explain this to me? Please.
I think I just curated my feed. I don't pay attention to the drama. I'm like, whatever.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Well, that's all of my highlights.
Me too. I don't have that many.
What'd you say?
I was like, how do we not talk about his book going down? But we did talk about it.
I really do want Gretchen to get a relationship though.
I know. But wait, no, she is meeting someone at the wedding a year from now. And as soon as she said that, I was like, oh my God, that's going to be Mason and Bonnie's wedding. And if it's not Mason and Bonnie's if it's not Mason and Bonnie's wedding, I am going to riot because I need them to.
I think she's going to meet somebody because she said in the fall and whatever her name is, Cammy and what's his name are getting married in November because that was the last.
Yeah, November 1st.
No. She said she was gonna meet someone at a wedding, but the wedding was at a different time. So if they said that they were gonna get married in November, then it's gonna be the wedding after, which means that someone else is gonna get married. Which if it's not Bonnie and Mason,
but you know that's not gonna be booked till book 8. You know that's not gonna be booked till book 8.
True, but
a year from now, because we're 5 books in. It's only a year and a half.
Right. But the weddings don't usually happen till the last book.
That's true.
Usually.
Because they want us to suffer.
Mm-hmm.
And
wish we had a real Mason in our lives, but.
Oh, I really loved, like, also at the very end when they were arguing about the first time that they met and he was jaywalking and she almost ran into him.
Oh, that was the best.
And she was like, can you just admit that you were jaywalking? And he's like, you weren't looking.
Oh, Oh, one thing we didn't talk about, and I loved it so much, was the talk about the calendar. His photo, the look on his face, and that she was in the woods. I was like, that's so beautiful.
I was like, oh my God, you are literally the perfect man, and I hate you
But
so
you
much.
literally met her like 5 minutes before that, didn't?
Hey, man, you can't deny the
That's
attraction and chemistry. You can't deny when it's right, okay?
True.
That's
Could be
true.
5 minutes or 5 years. When it's there, it's there.
True.
Just saying. Does anybody else have anything they want to talk about?
How I wanted to eat chocolate-covered strawberries after reading the book yesterday so bad. And I was like, I can't, but I really want to.
True. Oh my God. I think it was around Mother's Day. A lot of the grocery stores were selling chocolate covered strawberries.
Mm-hmm.
And for some reason I had to go to the store like so much that week, either to like, I was like, oh, I ran out of oat milk. So I had to go get oat milk. And I was like, oh my God, I ran out of fruit.
Little
So I went.
stuff.
And so it's just like, every time I went, I would buy a container of chocolate covered strawberries.
They're my kryptonite. I swear.
And he's like, and Joe, every time I brought him home, he was just like, you bought more? And I'm like, yes. It's like, why do you not want them? And he's like, no, I want them. Yeah, you had to eat them the one day. You had to eat them the one day because otherwise, in the next day, they got all like kind of soft
mushy
and soggy.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah,
Chocolate covered cranberries are where it's at too.
Cranberries.
Mm-hmm. Get dark chocolate covered cranberries in the dark chocolate.
Kitty.
Yeah, pudding. God, I don't even know her name anymore.
Wow,
They're your animals. How do you not know their name?
Are you even their mother?
Yeah, I am. She sleeps with me at night.
Oh my gosh, that's adorable. Stretch. I'm gonna get on this. There you go.
I was like, now I gotta hold it because she jumps and it'll go all over the place. This is gonna fall. Oh, this is not ending well. Hang tight. Come here, girl.
Oh, that's so funny.
She was
Jen,
flying.
you wore me down. I ordered the third Kingdom of the whatever.
I got my fourth copy.
If you want to read it when it comes out.
Yes, we will. We could do it on an off week. So when we're doing the off week, we'll create a Who Picked This Book channel under mine for all of like the rereads or the books that nobody wants to continue, but I do. So we'll do the Kitty Couture because we've already done those.
I need to do that because I haven't read.
Oh, are you creating a channel, Jen? Is that what's happening?
I already have technically a channel. I just need you to tell me how to utilize it and do all the stuff. So we'll reread that because both Alicia and Aaron wanted to do it. So you can come on and just talk about.
Wow, I'm not even invited. Rude.
Are you gonna reread them?
I was waiting for it.
Wow.
I was waiting for it.
I'm not even invited.
You were invited. I said you're invited. You could talk about dogs because. Oh. So this is what it'll be like, but we'll have Aaron as well.
I needed that.
Oh, but then after that we could do the Kingdom of the Feared because then we don't have to tie up one of our book picks here because I know that not everyone was a fan of it. But I know that Liz, I think she's not in the notes right now at least.
In the
comments that too. But she had mentioned wanting to read the third one, so I can do that.
Well, you have to after the way the second one ended. You're like, what the hell?
They say that the next one's supposed to be.
How did the second one even end?
They were going to bed, okay? They were getting ready to go to bed. Come on, how could you forget about that?
They go to the black, and you're like, but wait, what? All this to get nothing. Like blue ball syndrome. Like, damn.
Yikes. Oh yeah, I remember now. I remember.
And you were so pissed.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna have to rewatch my old live stream just to be ready for the third book. If I'm even invited.
You're invited, Nicole. You're gonna co-host it like I co-host this one.
Oh, I would love it. I just like sit there and do nothing, and you have to show all the comments. Like, yes.
I have to say though, from the.
Do I have to create? I don't even know. We're literally gonna have to have like a sit down and figure it all out because I already am like stressed.
It's not that bad.
It's not bad at all.
They make it look more complicated than it is.
It's really user friendly, honestly.
Yeah.
I don't know how to attach it to YouTube. I don't know if my YouTube
qualifies
it. Like, how does it happen?
You just you have to sign up with your email, and then you can just link it to your YouTube. So when you live stream, it just automatically goes to YouTube.
That seemed like a lot of work. So we're going to have to sit
It's
down
not
on this one. I'm going to have a
complicated.
notepad.
if
I'm
I
going to
can
say, slow
figure it
down,
out,
professor,
you
at
can
least
figure it out.
75 times. I will not have
And trust me,
alcohol. It will be water only.
Water only.
If
I
you
have to
can figure
learn
it out,
things.
if I can figure it out, you can figure it out because I'm technologically not there all the way. when it
You
comes
got
to
this.
technology.
I'm not going to probably have all these fancy little. Nope. There's gonna be, right now we have 5. We have 5 lives planned, the 4 Kitty Couture and Kingdom of the Feared, and that's probably all I'm good for.
You're like,
Well,
and
we
you'll
still
never
need
see
to do
me
the Patience
again.
Praise series because we fell off of that one too. Remember we were reading that and just life happened and
I mean, I reread that one though.
yeah.
I already did it.
I got the
I
third
did
book
the
and
new
finally
one.
had it in stock.
Just like, I'm just gonna do these 5 live streams and then I'll be gone. You'll never see me again.
Just goes to the whole
Unless I beg you both to come on my channel and
Oh, then I
Oh
will.
yeah. But you'll be the one hosting.
I know, and I won't know what I'm doing, but I'll fake it.
Yeah, you will. It's not hard.
You can join my class with Nicole as she teaches me how to use all this stuff.
Class.
Tutorial.
Oh, goodness graciousness. Oh, okay. Well, does anybody have anything else they want to say?
I feel like this happened really fast. That's what she said.
We did. Well, we talked about the book for a solid 30 minutes. We didn't tangent. Like, I mean, the last 5 minutes was a tangent, but here we are.
The only thing I have to say about the book we're reading for Saturday is the accent on the narrator is really thick, so you might have to slow down the audio if you're listening to audio.
So start it now rather than Saturday morning. Got it. Thank you.
Because the accent is like I had to slow it down because of how thick her accent is. She's a good narrator. It's just her accent's really thick.
It's heavy. Okay.
Got it. Okay, so yeah, the next book club is the late night special for this Saturday, the 25th at 6 p.m. Pacific time. The Duke Who Knew Too Much. And when I typed this out, I put the Earl Who Knew Too Much. I was like, that sounds really wrong. But I was just like, I looked it up and I was like, oh, it's the Duke by Grace Calloway. If you want to take a screenshot. Yay. Okay. But yeah, okay. 36 minutes, short and sweet. I love it. Everybody, thank you so much for joining us. Everybody who's commenting now, watching now, and everybody who is watching in the replay. Also, thank you to my lovely, lovely co-hosts. Couldn't do this without you. And everyone, have a wonderful night. We'll see you next time.